Bookworm family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Danny. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell because I'm posting lots of things lately and I want you all to be a part of it. If you're not already following me on Instagram, please be sure to do that. It is at the_dancing_bookworm, and on there I post full book reviews and content. So if you guys have been here for the last month and you are in 6th through 8th grade, you have been reading True Confessions by Tashjian with us, and you have probably loved it as much as I have. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you have missed the book club doing it week by week with me. However, I am not taking down the videos or the Google Docs, so you guys can do it at your own pace and go and follow the videos just as anybody else would have. You would just be doing it without me doing it with you, but I am doing it in spirit with you because my videos are still here. So if you guys have read this book, then you know that we are done with it. So basically what happens in this book is True is a budding filmmaker. She has a twin brother, Eddie, who is born with asphyxia and has some developmental delays. True ends up making a biography kind of movie. Is it called a biography if it's a movie? I'm such a reader, I don't even know what it's called, but a documentary. It's called a documentary. Oh my goodness. But she makes a documentary of Eddie's life and follows him around with the camera, and she also has kind of found like this companion in somebody who's on the internet, kind of helping her through because she really wants to find a cure for Eddie. However, at the end of the book that we have just finished reading, we learned that there is no cure for Eddie, and that he is just Eddie and she has to love him just the way he is. We also learned that True's film was picked and she got to show it off to everyone, and it was played on the TV, and she did not get a weekly show out of it like she thought she was going to, but some pretty great things came out of it anyway. She ended up going to an amusement park with her mom and her brother, and she also was offered an MC position at one of the cable show talent shows. So this book was really great. I actually only gave it a 3 out of 5 stars, so it doesn't sound like that's great, but for me that's a pretty good book. The only reason I didn't like it as much as I liked the other books that I read for this reading club was because it's a little outdated. This was published in 1997, so some of the terminology that's used and stuff is not terminology that we continue to use today for people who have special needs or developmental delays, but it is still a really good book and teaches so much to other people. So the word of the week that we had is anticlimactic, and it says disappointing ending to an important moment. The peak of the roller coaster was so high, everyone was sure it would speed down it. However, when it slowed to a staggering chug, the anticipation was anticlimactic. What is a moment in your life you felt was anticlimactic? So I think a moment in my life that was anticlimactic was probably my senior prom. Like, I had spent 4 years of high school going, one day I'm gonna go to senior prom and it's gonna be great and I'm gonna get to wear this dress and I'm going to look amazing and I'm going to have a date and it's going to be awesome. And I'm not a very social person, so I don't know what I thought I would like about senior prom, but I kind of had it build up in my head that I was like, oh, this is going to be the most amazing moment of my life. I'm going to be out all night, dancing the night away. I maybe danced twice. Not with my date because he read a book in the corner the whole time, which you thought I would have been doing, right? I would have been reading a book in the corner, but no, my date ended up reading a book in the corner the whole time. The food wasn't good. So I kind of built it up in my head that this was going to be like an amazing prom, and it just wasn't. It just was not. It was not. It was not. So anyway, that was my anticlimactic moment. If you guys have an anticlimactic moment you want to share with me, feel free, because I do think that those are always kind of funny when you look back at it. Like, you think about, oh, I need the perfect dress, I need the perfect hair, I need my nails done and my makeup done and all this stuff, and then it's like, yeah, that was okay. So question 1 is, what happens to Eddie at the mall and what does he tell True he wants? So Eddie gets lost at the mall. And he ends up and kind of like running away from True because it's too crowded, and he has a panic attack, like a really bad panic attack, and people are freaking out and people are trying to get him out of the mall and out of the store, but True's like, he just has to sit and kind of work through this. And people are really, really upset, and he's really upset, and he tells True he just wants to be normal. And it's kind of like the first time True realized that he knows he has developmental delays. Like, she thought he didn't know, but he knows. Like, so it was kind of one of those like really touching sibling moments that didn't end well, but kind of gave True a new light to Eddie throughout it. Question 2 is, what does Miggs do to bully Eddie at the party? He keeps popping balloons, and it makes everybody make fun of him because he's freaking out over the balloons popping, and True ends up just leaving with Eddie because Eddie like runs away, and he goes outside and he runs and he sits in this little wagon, and she pulls him around in the wagon because people are being so mean to him. Like, he couldn't handle the sound of the balloon, and True wanted to stay at the party, but she was like, no, like, not if you're gonna act like that, kind of thing. Number 3 is, who are the 2 people that call to congratulate True after her show appears? And the first one is her best friend Debbie, Denise, her best friend's Denise, not Debbie, sorry. Her best friend Denise, and the other person is the principal, and she thought that was really weird that the principal was calling her. Number 4 is, in her conversation with Dee Dee, what does True finally realize about Eddie? So True was really excited about her show being premiered and stuff, and then she realized it wasn't as exciting as she thought it was because she thought something would come out of it, but all that happened was she realized that there is no cure for Eddie, that he is never going to be fixed of these developmental delays, and that she's going to continue to grow on without him. And that's really kind of like the turning point for her in the book, was like, this is gonna happen and I have to be ready for it, and she's not ready for it yet. Number 5 is, when True realizes she doesn't get a weekly show, what does the cable company offer her instead? So this whole time True thought that she was going to get a weekly show about Eddie, on every week on the TV, and they're like, oh no, that's not what we were looking for, we just wanted it to be a one-time special contest thing. And so True ends up getting offered to be the MC for an all-kids talent show, so like the host of an all-kids talent show, that will appear one time. Which she's really excited about. She's bummed that she doesn't get a weekly show, but she's really excited about being the MC. Number 6 is, who does True think Dee Dee is? True thinks Dee Dee is her mom. If you guys did end up watching the movie version, I don't know if you did or not, but if you did, in the movie version, Dee Dee is her mom, but in this one it kind of leaves you to think and decide that for yourself, if you think it's her mom or if you don't. I've seen the movie before, so I kind of thought it was her mom the whole time, but I like that the book kind of lets you figure that out on your own. You don't have to just say it is the mom or say it isn't the mom. It's kind of like a gray area, because it's also a gray area for True. Number 7 is, where does their mom take Eddie and True? She takes them to Super World Amusement Park. True's kind of disappointed because she really wanted to go to Disney World, but their mom says that they can't afford it, but she ends up getting to go on some fun rides with her mom while the manager watches Eddie for a little bit. Number 8 is, how does True end their day at the amusement park? And she rides a kiddie ride with Eddie because she's not ready for him to be left behind. She wants to still be there for him, even though she's getting older and he's kind of staying where he was. She wants to still be a part of his life. And number 9 is, True is named after a famous author. She's named after Gertrude Stein. If you had the choice to be named after someone famous, who would it be? I said that I would probably have my name be Ro, and be named after J.K. Rowling. Even though Harry Potter came out after I was born, like, nobody really knew who J.K. Rowling was yet when I was born, but I just think the name Ro is a really cool name, but I also love J.K. Rowling, and I love her writing. There's some things that she posts and stuff online that I'm not, like, a super big fan of, but I do love her writing. I love everything about Harry Potter, and I would want to be named after her. So our discussion is, True learns that Eddie cannot be cured. She has dreamed of them growing up side by side together their whole lives, and she sees how she is growing more mature faster than him. Have you ever felt like you were growing up faster than others? Maybe you feel more mature than friends or siblings. Simple things that used to amuse you, you now feel uninterested in. Talk about it with a friend, parent, or sibling. Discuss how growing up faster than someone may be scary or exciting, or perhaps you are the opposite and growing up slower than others. How does that make you feel? So, at different parts of my life, I've been both. So when I was younger in like high school and stuff, I definitely grew up fast. I was more mature than a lot of my friends. The things that they thought were fun, I thought were kind of childish and silly. Also during college, I kind of went off and lived on my own while a lot of people were in dorms and like doing the college thing where they would like hang out in their rooms all night and stuff like that. And I kind of lived on my own. I did like, I don't know, I didn't really go to parties or anything like that like some college kids do. I just kind of had my own space and my own like life. But now I would say I'm more immature than most 28-year-olds because I don't know, I think my job keeps me young. I think my nieces and nephew keep me young. I do, like, I'm not meeting the social norms. Like, I live with my family still. I do have a job, but like it's not like people consider an acceptable job, but it's a job and I get paid for it and I get paid as much as a normal person would. But I like people like think that I'm immature because I don't drive, like that makes me immature and stuff like that. I don't really know. But yeah, I think I definitely haven't grown up as fast as my friends. After I got out of college, kind of like plateaued. Like I liked that 21 years old. I didn't want to get older than that, but also you're not supposed to ask people how old they are. Like, you're not supposed to ask a lady how old she is, so, you know, I could be 21 for the rest of my life. No one needs to know. But no, I definitely I think I'm a little immature now for, like, my age, but I definitely think I have a job that needs me to be that way. Like, I need to be more kiddish and more fun to keep people interested in my dancing and stuff like that, so I don't mind being immature. Growing up is overrated. So I hope you guys enjoyed reading this book. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it was an eye-opening book. I think it also related to the time really well of 1997. I think you guys can see that there was a difference during that time period and what we know now. I mean, we're talking, what was that? So we're in 2020 right now, 1997. That would be 7 years ago? No, that can't be right. 1997? How old is that? That was way more than, that was 17 years ago? How old am I? I think it was 17 years ago, I want to say. Oh my gosh, I can't math in my head. If you know the right answer and you want to comment it down below, go ahead. My best friend's probably going to watch this and be like, Danny, really? But I can't math in my head. But it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. So, oh my gosh, that makes me feel old. It really was a long time ago. Let's see here. I was born in 1992, so I was 5 when this book came out. And I'm 28 now. So 28 minus 5 would be 23. So this book is 23 years old. Right? 23? No. 23 years old? It's 23 years old, guys. It is a 23-year-old book. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, so anyway, now that I figured out math, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed doing the book club. If you guys are interested, I will be doing another one over the summer at some point, but other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!
Wasn't that a great video? Clearly books make me very happy. Now you can make me happy too. Click the subscribe button to follow my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. And the notification bell will let you know when I post new content. Also, follow my Instagram for more book shenanigans.